Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Secret Files 2, Puritas Cordis on Nintendo Switch. Alright, Mari, since you're asking about this game, we are going to continue where we last left off. Unfortunately, we're switching characters, which is why I originally stopped playing. But I have been told that this is a pretty interesting game, so we will play with who we're given here. Alright, so, that's right, we have switched characters, and now, we have to get this character out of this trap somehow. Because now we're playing Max, so... Okay, so we have to get rid of the guard.
These scary faces are supposed to keep evil spirits away from the temple. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work for my charming guard. There is a hole right under that ugly mug. It's pitch dark. I can't make out a thing. The wire is wrapped around one of the bamboo tubes. What for? No idea. This slanted wall reminds me of a launch ramp. The bowl contains bananas, oranges, and raspberries. The first two are nothing special, but I really wonder how they got their hands on raspberries here. There are two things I really cannot stand about this guy. The fact that he keeps me prisoner here, and his fashion sense, which is terminally warped, even for a man. The campfire is expertly built. The guard seems to know all about this kind of stuff. No idea what kind of animal this used to be. It must have been lying there for some time. Somebody must have brought it here, because the bogs of North and South Carolina are its only natural habitat. A bush with white berries, but at this distance I cannot tell what kind of berries they are. The bowl contains bananas, oranges, and raspberries. The first two are nothing special, but I really wonder how they got their hands on raspberries here. Should I take the orange, or maybe the banana? A raspberry, perhaps. If I had a drop of sherry, some lemon juice, and a little whipped cream, I could make a fruit salad.
Let's take the raspberry since that was a weird one.
A raspberry might be a good choice.
Okay. What do I got here? I've got the compass, signal rocket, a raspberry, some wire, and a bamboo tube.
It's empty.
There.
This slanted wall reminds me of a launch ramp. Somebody must have brought it here, because the bogs of North and South Carolina are its only natural habitat.
So I got berries, a ramp, got this hole, got the mask.
Unfortunately, a locked bamboo cage and a very unfriendly guard prevent me from reaching it. Tell me... Hey, you! Will you look at me when I talk to you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, of course I am talking to you. There is nobody else present, and this cage doesn't provide a whole lot of opportunity for going out, meeting people, and making new friends.
Huh? What?
Good question. A very good question indeed. Whatever is going on here? What do you think you're doing, dragging me from my tent in the middle of the night and locking me up in a cage? Okay, so it's a jungle out here, but that doesn't mean you have to exhibit manners that would make Ivan the Terrible blush.
Huh? What?
You already asked me that a few seconds ago. Do you have a very limited vocabulary? Are you extremely slow on the uptake? Or do you happen to suffer from short-term memory loss?
Huh? What?
All right. Next question. Is the dim-wittedness of the average guard inversely proportional to the budget for voice artists who synchronize minor characters? I don't assume you can answer that one either.
Huh? What?
Oh, please deliver me from this evil.
Oh, I can ask some questions. Carcass.
That animal back there?
What about it?
Am I right in thinking that the poor creature perished from a long and futile struggle to carry on a reasonable conversation with you?
Huh? What?
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh boy, Sam is sassy.
I'll try and make it simple for you. Why have I been locked in this cage? What have I supposedly done?
Looks like you were in the way.
In whose way? Yours? Are you with that weird sect, Puritas Cordis?
How do you know?
Right. Now at least I know that Puritas Cordis is behind all this. They have been bothering me for a while, but I still have no idea why. So who was that other weirdo? His dress sense was even more outdated than yours. Where did he go? To get some fashion advice?
None of your business.
I beg to disagree. After all, I'm the one locked up here, and there has to be a reason. So I do think that it is my business. Besides, I am going to have to report the two of you once I get out of here for kidnapping, hostage-taking, unlawful detention, and exposure to tasteless clothes.
You are not going to report anyone. Trust me.
This wasn't really what I wanted to hear. Are they just planning to let me croak here? The face on the temple wall behind me is almost as scary as your dress sense and nearly as awful as your intellectual style of speech.
What?
When see bad face on temple wall, me get bumps of goose.
Just shut up. I keep trying not to look at it. But no matter where I go, I feel this thing is always haunting me, always watching. It knows everything I do, my every thought.
It knows what you think? Obviously, it doesn't know a whole lot.
Do not mock the face. It can hear you and will punish you horribly.
What do you think it will do? Make me wear something atrocious?
Just go on like that. You'll see where it gets you. I want to leave here as soon as I can. Get away from here. Far away.
I am temporarily losing the necessary motivation for this conversation, so feel free to go back to staring idly into space. These scary faces are supposed to keep evil spirits away from the temple. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work for my charming guard.
I thought I could switch characters.
Good thing they didn't take away my signal rocket. Now I'll just have to figure out how I can use it to call on Max for help, if Max is even still alive. A fascinating plant. First it blooms, and then it dies. All right, it's similar for humans, but let's not discuss that here. Anyway, this rod has not been hollowed out. It still contains the typical chambers.
Use the bamboo on the fruit bowl. Okay, yes.
What do I...
Let's see. Okay, so let's
A fascinating...
this and use it on the fruit bowl.
The bowl contains banana... A fascinating...
Oh, is it saying that's wrong?
It's empty.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to switch characters. Use object.
A fascinating plant. I could push it through the hole, but then it would be gone, and I would be stuck with even fewer options than I have at the moment. What do I pick?
Oranges.
I'll just take one of these orange.
I need 3 of them.
I'll just take one of these oranges. I should not remove more than 3 pieces of fruit or someone might notice, and the stupid guard will start asking stupid questions.
Oh, I can only do a maximum of 3, really? Okay. You can just go back into the fruit bowl for now.
I think I'll just put the fruit. What do I... I'll just take one of these off.
Okay, so let us do a little bit of combining. Let's take our orange here.
Not a bad concept. Maybe I can build something around this.
Okay. Let us put our oranges. And our wire together. Alright, so now we have oranges on a wire. Well, yeah, okay. And let's combine our bamboo.
Not a bad concept.
Okay, so now we have a mobile construction, which is good. Okay, and then let's use the signal rocket on the mobile
The
construction.
signal rocket goes into the bamboo tube, and then I adjust it a little. And what?
Okay, and then I'm going to take this, I'm going to use it on our little ramp here, and we're going to launch this sucker.
A bold design and a bold plan. Fits well together. I only hope my little contraption will stay on course.
Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? Oh, what a mess. Someone should really... Where is Sam? What happened here? I vaguely remember hearing voices and... Oh, they kidnapped Sam. What am I going to do? Find Sam? But where do I look? She could be anywhere. I don't know my way around the island, and there are plants growing everywhere. Not a chance.
Wait, you just now notice all the plants?
What was that? The signal rocket was fired near the temple. Did Sam do that? Or could it be a trap? I've got to risk it. I can't let Sam down.
Okay. What are we looking at here? We got a flag. Let's take a look.
The explosion must have torn it off its flagpole.
Definitely seems like an item I should take.
A peacock's feather. It must be from one of the totems Sam set up all around the camp to keep the wild animals away.
Let's take it.
Sam said the eyes on the peacock's feathers would scare off wild animals. Apparently they think, wow, if that's the size of its eyes, how big is the whole animal? Well, if it works, who am I to complain?
A monkey?
It's the little monkey that runs on ahead whenever Sam goes to the temple. Cute little thing.
Yeah, it's Mosquito throws its feces in your face.
A papaya tree. Actually, it's not really a tree at all, but a herbaceous perennial. But I don't think these details are so important right now. I guess this used to keep unwelcome visitors out of Sam's little garden.
Let's take it.
Sam must have planted this. Doesn't look like the fence did much good, though. Most of the leaves have been chewed by slugs, and some have been gobbled up completely. This is just like paradise.
Alright, got a papaya. Documents.
Some documents that belong to Sam.
Yeah, why not? Let's pick up everything, if we can. What else is here? Hard hat?
A hard hat with a lamp. Very useful for crawling through narrow tunnels where you can't use a flashlight.
I have no idea where I'm keeping that stuff. Seems like my pockets wouldn't be big enough.
Sam's backpack.
Let's take a look.
Let's see if there's anything useful in here. Sam sure carries some strange things around. Very strange things. I'd be dead by now if I hadn't left my tent. Whoever kidnapped Sam obviously won't stop at murder. I should be careful. Some of these tent poles still look halfway usable. I'll take them with me. The explosion destroyed everything else, I'm afraid. The fish are just avoiding the obstacle by jumping out of the water and over the cascade. I could name at least 20 people off the top of my head who wouldn't be that clever.
I think you're one of those people, man.
The fire's gone out, but the ashes are still smoldering. I don't think I should light the fire. If the guys who kidnapped Sam come back and find a campfire burning, they're bound to start looking for me. A cast iron teapot.
Ooh, it's a little teapot. Short and stout.
Hibiscus blossoms. Even I know that. The petals are a beautiful deep red.
Let's take
I
them.
don't usually go around tearing out flowers, but maybe these will be of some use. One of the many miracles of nature, which experts call a branch. This isn't going to work.
No. Really?
To quote Heraclitus, Ponta Rei, after all, adversity is no excuse for disregarding the educational opportunities of the situation.
This is flat stone. Oh, no. To the jungle.
How am I going to find the way to the temple in this jungle? Well, I've got to try this. I don't have much of a choice.
Oh yeah, lead me to Sam. Good boy. Fido.
Oh, you want to show me the way? Cool. Off we go then.
A few minutes later.
Oh, that didn't work. Bummer. Oh.
Listen, little fellow. I'm a lame, untrained biped. You will need to slow down a bit. The first couple of yards were fine, but then you just disappeared, so please, wait for me next time, okay?
Okay.
A stone. It's as flat as the jokes that I used to keep hearing from that lady I don't want to think about anymore.
Alright. So, it's the teapot and get some water.
I'll fill this with some water.
Alright. And then let's make some hibiscus tea.
Good idea. That will keep the blossoms nice and fresh.
And let's heat up our tea.
Just wait a few minutes.
A few minutes later. Oh, they're making use of that card, is it?
Hibiscus tea. Very nice. Now what do I do with it?
A few more minutes later. Do we really need to do
Now
that?
it's red dye. Not at all appetizing. I wonder what it will turn into if I wait any longer. I don't have that much time. Better just take the stuff as it is.
Hot, 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 hot. Okay, so. She has a bunch of junk in there. Translation, hard hat, a wrapped donut, a balloon, a beer can. Papaya into the teapot.
The papaya is now red.
Okay. Mr. Monkey, we're going to make your tracking a little easier to find. There you go.
Hey, how would you like a tasty papaya? There, buddy. Now you've got red hands, too.
Alright. Now let's go.
I don't care how fast you run now, just as long as you stay on the ground so I can follow your red tracks.
This looks like the temple. There's no sign of Sam, though. The monkey's tracks lead around the temple. Guess I should follow them. There she is. She's locked in a cage, and the guard is heavily armed. Things aren't looking too good from here. Maybe there's another way to get to her.
Max! He's alive! He found me. Now I stand a fighting chance of getting out of this cage in one piece. I had better keep quiet so the guard won't get suspicious. As long as I am the only one who knows that Max is prowling around this temple, our chances of launching a surprise attack aren't all that bad. I only hope that Max has got a plan, preferably a good one.
If only I had a plan.
Can I get these?
I'll just take some of these.
Nope, you're not missing them, are you? Yeah, okay, let's go back to the temple.
A scrap of cloth fluttering in the breeze. But is it Sam's? Or does it belong to her kidnappers? It's rather a fascinating structure, actually. But I don't want to get too close. Those bees don't look very peaceful to me.
Inscription.
Some kind of strange writing. I have no idea what it means.
But Sam took some notes.
According to the heading, this is a translation of the temple door's inscription. Sam must have put a lot of effort into this. It says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all." With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold. A strange plant. It reeks of carrion. Flies seem to love it, but I find it rather disgusting.
Never stopped me before. What else we got here? Fireflies. Spiderweb. Tendril. Oh, the tendril.
There are some strange white lines on this tendril. No idea how they got there, or what they mean. This is pretty big. I'd rather not meet the spider that made it. A hole in the wall. Little fireflies. I'm surprised to see them here. I didn't think the jungle was their natural habitat. Unless I'm very much mistaken, this is a carnivorous plant. No idea why they named it after the Roman goddess of love.
Oh, it's a fly trap. Okay, wow. I happen to have something which flies love. Oh, very good. Over here. There we go.
I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted. But maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great.
Let's move a little closer to him, shall we?
I'll put 2 of these poles together. That will give me an extended range.
Yup, we're gonna whiff full of that, huh? Ooh, that's my cologne. It explains why I'm single.
Yuck! What is this horrible stench? It's worse than a skunk!
If I ever decide to become an evil mastermind, I'm going to make sure I never employ guards with sensitive noses.
Okay, now that he's farther away, I can take the fly trap. And I'll take my Reflexia back. Alright, let's get back to the temple. Back to the back of the temple. Rear of the temple? Rear back of the temple? Well, not the front of the temple. Alright, let's take a closer look here. Alright, so this fly trap can go at the top. Whoop. Okay, let's take the spider web.
I'll just get rid of this web. I don't want to walk right into it by accident.
Alright. Then let's take our flag and we're going to place it on the tendril just like this is over here. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Okay, we took away the spider's home, and so now the spider web caught all of the flies. Take a look at that.
This spider is not only fast, but also pretty smart. It simply built its web between the other two trees. The fireflies, on the other hand, glow beautifully, but they're not too bright. Pretty stupid of them to fly straight into the spider web like that.
Let's take that with us.
Come on, my little buddies. I'm here to rescue you from the nasty monster spider.
Take a flashback too. Alright. Okay, so we will take our fireflies and put them here in order of our deference to the god. Feathers here. So we're still missing an item. Let's see, because we covered the goddess, ever open eye, and the mute. Tent poles together.
I'll just use these tent poles to stabilize the fence.
This on the river.
Smart fish. Instead of getting caught in the fence, they jump over the top. Pretty clever.
Okay. And we use our flag as a makeshift net. Branch?
Use the flag as a fishing net? Okay, why not? I guess it's worth a try. Well, that was quick. I might consider a career as a fisherman.
Yeah, fishy, fishy. looks like here. Go ahead and not right. Okay, so that's right. What was that? There was
Sam must have planted this.
that's right. There's slugs in there, but I need the slugs. So let's do this. And they'll make their way there.
Bacon to catch mice and beer to catch slugs. I always did like that kind of gardening advice.
Alright, back to the temple. Another piece of the puzzle here. Okay, and let's put the fish that caught here. Let's go see if we caught any slugs. Ooh, I can see a little slug right there. Come to Papa. Papa slug.
There's a slug crawling over the rim of the can, looking for a drink.
Don't drink and slug.
A slug has actually climbed onto the can. I'll rescue it before it drowns.
Okay. Let's double check our description.
If Sam's translation is correct, it says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all."
Okay, Venus flytrap, yep.
With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless.
The eye is the peacock.
Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold.
Okay. Slug can go there.
It's rather a fascinating structure, actually.
Okay. Honeybees like sugar, so the donut on the honeycomb.
Just stand here and invite the bees to swarm all over me? I'm not suicidal, you know.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. There we go. You guys go hang out there.
First, I'll remove the cling wrap from the donut. Now what? Yikes! They must be really hungry.
Okay, and we'll beat bastards and take their home from them.
Most of the bees are eagerly swarming around my donut. Only a few of them are still refusing to leave the nest. Either they're on guard duty, or they're just dense.
Right.
There are still a few bees about, but I'll risk it. Phew, that was lucky. I got through it all unscathed.
Alright, last piece of the puzzle. And then a honeycomb. And that can go down here.
Done!
Yes, I am so great. They should make me the leading man in a movie, or in a computer game. Okay, let's see what awaits me in this temple, and how I can get to Sam.
Somewhere in the North Sea. Oh, it's completely capsized. Well, that sucks.
Oh, what was that? The barkeeper shoots at me, and then takes off in a helicopter seconds before the ship is swallowed by a gigantic monster wave? Did I just dream that? Why would that guy shoot at me? And did he know about the wave, or did the helicopter just happen to pick him up at exactly the right moment? Probably not. After all, he was going on and on about the end of the world and being rescued by that Puritas Cordis sect. What is the meaning of all this? By Poseidon, looks like I've got quite another set of problems for now. The ship hasn't sunk yet, but since it capsized because of that monster wave, it only appears to be a question of time. I've got to get out of here, and fast.
Alright, thankfully we're playing as Nina. Let's save. Alright, so now I have 3 saves. And we'll stop there for now. This is audap Stream watching Secret Files 2 on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.